Bang.
From more civilized age.
Hear me a send off him Edjahz, Nana Persia say, quang them.
Sleepless nights I cry at times, but no one ever knows. The smile on my face when me keep outside. I just a fool the crowd inside my heart. I'm missing you.
Blessings and honor, glory and power. You don't know if you just there up on a brand new show, a fresh new show. Big up all of my subscribers and all of the viewers them. And all who not subscribe it, the door is always open. So don't know if you go to. But on this show we have an important update for you, know. It not nothing to do with dancehall, it not nothing to do with music. It's all focused on humanity. It has been reported of a case of coronavirus in Jamaica. As a matter of fact, let me use the key word. It has been confirmed of a case of coronavirus in Jamaica. Yeah, people, we're in a deep in a real life. So me I give you the update of what go on, but really I take place in our country right after all a deep meditation under some good music.
One time gone, long time gone, when me never have nothing. One or two slices of bread, be careful what you bully beef thin cut you.
Yeah, we them used to love for know who have the last laughter. Yeah, me see them a smile, I'ma know what you me start prosper. Them one tip man for Black Santa, me used to call them phone.
You know, sister, we are create waves like the ocean, yeah. When you're there, better than your son, loud explosion, and we make the commotion, yeah. They even dance with them, watch we have emotion.
People, the Ministry of Health and Wellness has called an emergency press conference for an update on the coronavirus. So we're not going to waste no more time, we're just going to jump in same speed and update the people.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me just apologize for the delay in starting. Alright, so let me welcome all of you, and I'm going to read from a statement at which point you can give us any questions that may be so, thank you for joining us this afternoon on what is an important development with the coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 as it is referred to. Jamaica today confirmed its first imported case of coronavirus disease 2019, COVID-2019, here in Kingston. The patient is a Jamaican female who had traveled from the United Kingdom, which, as you know, has cases of COVID-19. She arrived in the island on March 4th, presented to the public health system on March 9th, and has been in isolation since then. Based on the patient's travel history and symptoms, health professionals suspected COVID-19 when she presented herself. A clinical sample was collected and sent to the National Influenza Center, where lab tests confirmed the diagnosis today at approximately 11 a.m. The patient and family members have been informed of the development. The patient's infection was travel-related based on the assessment. However, steps are being taken to prevent the risk of community spread. These measures include the dispatch of a health team to the home of the patient for assessment and initiation of public health measures, the identification and contact tracing for all possible exposed persons, meeting of ministry officials with members of staff at the hospital, and the necessary interventions that are required to be put in place. In addition, imposed travel restrictions remain in place. In fact, 3 countries have been added to the list of the 5 that were originally announced. China, Italy, South Korea, Singapore, and Iran are the original countries that was previously made public. We have added to that Spain, France, and Germany. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and I met this morning with the ambassadors of those countries as well as the EU ambassador, and have informed them that based on the risk assessment of community spread of the virus in those countries, that travel restrictions would be imposed. Further, in as part of the overall strategy that was put in effect some time ago, I'd like to advise the public to continue to observe and perhaps strengthen their sensitivities to public gatherings, which we are discouraging, non-essential travel. We continue to patrol irregular border crossings, sensitization of key personnel at all air and seaports will continue. We have designated 4 quarantine facilities and others will be identified, and those are being used or being prepared to be used. And we are finalizing the retrofitting of isolation facilities in each of the island's public hospitals. On the readiness of the island's health system, the Ministry has developed the local capacity to test for the virus, which we did, which has led to the confirmation of this particular case, thanks to training support and material support is accustomed to providing.
Thank you, Minister. So the University Hospital at Mona has 3 what we call negative pressure isolation facilities, which are facilities where we can house patients who, as you know, we consider who are at risk for spreading or transmitting an infection such as this. So we are currently using one of our isolation rooms, and that was that started from yesterday. But the patient is not in contact with the rest of our patient population, and the team that's managing the patient has been trained as such. So we're happy that both the situation for protection of the patient and the staff and the members of the public has been operationalized, and we're very happy at this time with those protocols.
In other words, since I'm a non-doctor, I can, in layman's term, the University Hospital is open for business. It is fully functional and equipped to carry out its duties, and as it relates to this particular patient, they are not in contact with the rest of the population, and therefore no one should feel exposed or overly exposed from attending the services, to access services at the hospital. The facilities there I've seen, they're very good facilities. They are made for this kind of thing. Coronavirus is not the only infectious disease. There are several others that we've had to deal with that you would not have known about. It's just that this is a topical issue, and we're keeping you informed. So do not, I really do not feel that the University Hospital somehow needs to either be picketed or to be avoided because we have this history. Okay? Any other? We close off with, yes sir.
That's Riley from Bus Caribbean. Minister, with the confirmation of this first reported case, is the ministry looking to increase its national response allocation from the government?
Okay, that's a good question. So yesterday, the Cabinet of Jamaica, led of course by the Honourable Prime Minister, approved a submission that was carried there by myself, supported by the team on either side of me, to allocate approximately 2 billion Jamaican dollars, 1.9 something, to bolster the response of the public health system to support the possibility of containment and case management, as well as to strengthen the border control measures that are in place. So a plan was presented, a budget, and the cabinet approved that plan and budget. So it will see a number of things: expanding certain types of equipment, medicines, training, isolation or quarantining, and all the associated activities that are related. So yes, we have been given the budget that we require based on the concern. And the capacity to procure quickly also. One other. Any other questions?
Mr. Thompson, can you just give us an idea of the ODP and
is the national disaster coordinator. He spearhead a very robust national disaster risk management framework. And for public health emergency of this nature, the Ministry of Health is the end. But we all know that anything that can manifest itself into a wider crisis or a disaster takes greater coordination and a pooling of major resources. So you know from this perspective, you realize that border control and security plays a critical role. We're talking about customs and immigration. We're talking about the possibility as it relates to food security and a number of different variables. You have heard Minister Coxon spoke already about some aspect of the border security. So because it would take greater coordination outside of the specific health component, it requires a greater national response process. And coming out of the meeting of the National Disaster Risk Management Council, which is chaired by the Mountain of the Prime Minister, we would have already given its charge for the national framework to be executed and to look at then a kind of preparedness measure, but no, but given where we are, more of a kind of response process. So it will require greater sectoral collaboration and greater resources. So thus, the outcome as the national disaster coordinator will play that coordinating role with the Ministry of Health being the lead entity given that it's a public document.
Thank you. Anybody else? Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I am sure you will hear from us in the coming days, because I know you will be anxious to hear what is happening in terms of the follow-up activities. There are certain decisions that may have to be taken, which we will brief you on. So issues around public gatherings, events that are on the national calendar that some of them you asked about earlier. I have already confirmed that in terms of the head relays, the Ministry of Education and the Cabinet, through the Cabinet's instructions, have advised schools around not participating in the head relays this year. We will come in further on boys and girls camps and on any other public gathering in the days coming. We think we have this matter under control in terms of the treatment and the containment of this individual. The areas that we have no control over, that we are assessing, would be the period of time that the person showed symptoms but was out in the open. So in this instance, when they were being transported to the doctor to see the medical team. But we have taken note of that, we have done the interrogation, we know who to contact, we have already made contact, and what we have to do is observe. So we are doing the work while keeping our fingers crossed that this individual is the only affected individual at this point in time. If anything changes as it relates to that or anything else, we will inform you to help us to inform the public. I'm going to close by asking the public through you, and I thank you for the opportunity, not to engage in unnecessary or to engage at all, frankly speaking, in speculation. Give me some other words to describe it. Rumors, rumor mongering, hysteria, or otherwise. The greatest challenge we have, one of the big challenges we have, is the promotion of inaccurate information, because it really promotes panic in our society, which is not necessary. I'm going to ask the media, while it is not your duty, if you are not the ones sending out the information, correct, to the extent that you see information that is not accurate or you are doubtful about, use the toll-free number and call. We have a media center here, but you can use that number to clarify and help us to correct where that correction is required. Because we really want everyone to be on the same page so that there's no chance of misinterpretation or actions that become counter to what we're actually trying to do. So we thank you again, and we will follow, I'm sure, the further developments. Thank you.
Anyways, that was it for the show. Big up all of my subscribers and all of the viewers that will stay until the end of the show. We really appreciate it. Bless up on yourself and go and live good.
Cause I know one day I'll see you again.